Hey, freaks and geeks. I am one of those individuals that love to go camping. I love to just hop on the trails, go out there, a nice little trail, enjoy the scenery. And then when you get to that edge of the trail and you get to that little mountaintop or whatever it may be, being able to relax, open up a nice cold bottle of water or whatever it may be, and sit down and just enjoy the end. You know what? A lot of times it's hard to lug a giant chair with you or find a place to sit. Well, we partnered up with an amazing company, and they have figured out a way to create a camping chair like no other. I'm telling you, this chair is just over 2 pounds, and the chair is super portable. It folds up really nice and neat, and the space it takes in your bag is almost nil. It's crazy. And right now you can get it 20% off by putting RBS20 in the checkout. Go to KNC Outdoors and enjoy this chair. You will not regret it.
Rooster Bat is where it's at. Oh, he's all that, and that's a fact, you know it. He's the king of the podcasting thing.
Hello, freaks and geeks. This is the Rooster Bat Show. I am Dave Cadena. Today we are hanging out with the Talkin Shiz crew. CJ and Maddox, how you guys doing today?
We're doing good. Thank you for having us on your show.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. No, it's been a joy. Like, I've been following you guys for a while. You guys have amazing content. I know that CJ has been on top of it with his media campaign. I've even participated in the Cool Tea Thursday campaign that he has. Yeah, it's absolutely a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of podcasters have joined in on the hashtag Cool Tea Thursday, where you take your favorite graphic tees, all respectful. You don't want anything out there like too crazy, but from like comic books, movies, sports, band, even your own logo T-shirts. So a lot of folks just been coming out and just basically you're seeing the podcaster behind the pod. I thought it'd be great because Twitter's a big universe and might as well just take a little piece of it anyway.
Yeah, and you do it on Instagram as well, correct?
Yeah, I have. We do have a little following on Instagram. I keep forgetting we have it sometimes. It's a meme producer. I mean, it's I don't really know what to do with it. So, but it's been growing here recently. So I know our numbers on Twitter is growing. Our downloads are growing. So I'm kind of confused. I've never been this popular, not even high school. And I was in band because, in band class, everybody's popular in band.
Really? I was in drama, so my whole job in drama was
playing. No, that was being sarcastic.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I figured you
guys. Know how many dates I got with my saxophone? None.
Bill Clinton got plenty, so you just didn't play it right, man.
Apparently, he doesn't wash laundry either. But there's that. Yeah, I'll be out about some girls, outside playing the saxophone,
You got to serenade, just break it down,
I was the drummer, so that was me.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, you kept away from everybody then.
Yeah, pretty much.
We lost a lot of good people that day.
Yeah. So musical instruments, I really don't play any. I mean, I have guitars in the back because they look cool. But
that's what I say about my gut. It looks cool. That's why I still have it.
Yeah. Gotta have it. That keeps.
And nothing wrong with a 12-pack.
No, I try to keep a keg, so we're good. In high school, you were talking about in high school how you did the sax. I was a techie, so my whole job was to never be seen. I was the guy that built the sets, and I helped with the audio and all that stuff, which is why my sound quality is so shitty.
Well, that's why I joined band, so I couldn't be seen by the females. So there we go.
Yeah, it's a natural deterrent.
Oh yeah, once you put on that band uniform, they all go running.
Yep.
Let's see. In high school, for me, high school was I was the gearhead. I like to work on cars, and I also I'm also a techie. I like electronics. I like making things. As far as musical instruments, I actually have a handpan that I play on, and I also throughout high school I love making electronic music.
Oh, okay.
So
like Revenge of the Nerds type, beats or what?
I like to.
That's funny.
That was pretty good. I like to make like 80s style, but turn it around and turn it into like an upbeat theme. Like for an example, some of the music that is on our intros and outros, I have actually made.
Oh, really?
On our podcast, yes.
It sounds. I told him it sounds like Stranger Things. Our new intro. It's like a Stranger Things feel, and it has that '80s Stranger Things. And I'm just waiting for the Demogorgon to come out and go listen to our pod.
Has it?
Don't tip me. I might do that.
Is he upside down yet?
No, but my wallet is.
Oh man, I don't remember the last time I had cash. I got 2 kids, man, 2 kids and a wife. There's no cash.
What is this cash you speak of? What is this?
What is this cash you speak of?
It sounds interesting. Could you explain?
See, well, the freaking moth in my wallet has more than I do.
I opened up my wallet yesterday and it laughed at me.
Went to a psychic once. They said, "Hey, if you want to keep cash in your wallet, you need to write down like a one of those dream journals and put it in your wallet, and cash will always be there." That thing's been there for 20 years, and I haven't seen cash yet.
Unfortunately, the dream.
It's a dream.
It's a dream.
In your dream, that's what she was getting to.
I'm rich.
Every time I close my eyes and go to bed, I'm rich. Yeah. When I wake up, I'm sad.
Reality sets in.
I heard a theory once that what if us dreaming is actually our true reality, and then when we wake up, it's the dream?
What if the past is happening right now and the future is happening right now, but we're just stuck in the middle?
Some type of purgatory type shit.
I just want to throw some, wisdom out there too.
Yeah, no, I like it.
If you really think about it, it actually makes sense. The future is always happening to us after the fact, or coming towards us, and the past is already leaving us as each second goes by. And your moment is actually technically doesn't even exist. It's like the moment's gone the second you realize it.
This is some type of defeatism right here.
Well, always remember tomorrow will never come.
Yeah, no, it never comes, and yesterday already happened. So enjoy the present. Boom. Oh, we got it. All right, good show, guys.
On our next subject.
Deep thoughts.
Yeah,
deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts with Talkin Shiz. So
it's actually lowered expectations. That's something I always put when I try to have some type of deep thought. I'll just throw that it's lowered expectations.
Yeah, sniffing the glue didn't help it in kindergarten. So
no, I ate it too fast.
Stop doing that.
So how have you guys been doing this last couple weeks, man?
Hey man, it's the first of the month, and September is already being rude. So
this whole year, just
2020 is trash.
Yeah, I don't know why we woke up to this reality.
2020, they say it's going to be a high in sight and things are going to be foreseen, like 2020 vision. I'm sorry, I think I would rather be blind. 2020 is
break out the cane. Let's go.
Where's my blindfold?
I got the bird box going on right now. We're not dealing with this anymore. Did you guys hear that so the Mayan calendar was actually produced and said that the end of the world would be in 2012, right? So a couple of years ago,
it's actually incorrect because they found out about it, and it was actually they compared it to the wrong calendar. It's actually foretold that it's supposed to end this year. Yeah.
Well, so the calendar was then changed in the 1800s sometime, and then that change created the new calendar that we're using today, which made it 2020, which would still been 2012. There's actually a country still today that uses a 2012. They're currently in 2012, and you can look this up. It's a true fact.
Well, maybe I can get the lotto numbers from them since they're living in the past.
Well, would that help? Pass.
You know, take it back. No, wait a minute. No, never mind.
You need the future lotto numbers. They need ours.
That's right. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I should live there to go get the. Yeah,
yeah. You live there.
Yeah, you go there.
You go there.
Send myself.
You have Maddox send you the lotto numbers from this time.
Because it makes you think though. Because if you go to Australia, you're a day ahead. So if you get the lotto numbers there, if you fly back to America to get those numbers, would that still count?
Possibly. Red or Rainbow in the chat was asking, so does the world end in December then?
It's on Valentine's Day.
Oh, so we
that's the tough love for everybody.
We already missed our opportunity. This is why March is
That's why math is so important, kids.
Yeah.
And biology, because you definitely want to know your biology.
Yeah, well,
nobody cares about history. I mean, think about it. History's history. We're not learning from it.
No. Why would
What's this thing you say about history? I don't know what you're talking about there, sir.
I had a book once that told me everything about world history, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm going to throw this in the trash. No need to read this."
Yeah, it's all crap. And see, that's one thing. Like for Maddox and I, like with our podcast, we don't go political because trust me, we had to like delete segments because we'll start getting on this rant.
So that same here. I think I sent you guys the show notes that says, "Hey, I know it's a politically charged environment right now. We don't want to get political on a certain person."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a rabbit hole that will take you to a whole new level, and the ranting and raving can go on and on and on. And
so what you guys are saying is you're passionate.
We have passionate conversations.
Yeah,
passionate.
We're passionate.
Yeah.
I would say that I agree. I think when you're energized with political or things that are happening around you, if you don't keep a level mind, like
it's easy to fall into something.
Yes, you can fall right into it. And I live my life off of this philosophy. If you're able to fall for anything, you will stand for nothing.
Yeah.
And
mine is eat fresh.
Mine's a $5 footlong, so we're good.
And you know, that's when I was a stripper, that's what I used to charge.
Yeah. So let me guess, you only made $2?
That was discount
$25. $1.25.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
No, yeah. Bought me a double cheeseburger.
From where?
You got the 2 for $2. You're all right.
You can buy yourself a double cheeseburger with $1.25. You need more than that.
I mean, I thought McDonald's had them for $1. They'd raise them.
That's called taxes.
Yeah, they used to be $1. Now they're $1.06. So.
I mean, the other day I was going to go to McDonald's and eat, but I decided to eat out of a trash can instead because it's the same taste.
And the same effect on your body.
Yep. But at least I know my ice cream machine is working.
Oh man, they'll never get past that point, huh?
And my coffee is just right.
Man, McDonald's coffee though, man. If you need a colon cleanser, that'll do it.
Oh.
That is fact.
I don't know what they put in their coffee, but like I can't drink it.
It's all powder. It's all of it. It's so nasty. My wife is like one of those, like, I need to have fresh coffee. So we are like, hey, you know what? We're buying McDonald's. Let's go get one of those cups. And we watched them pour this powder in the cup, and then they hit it with hot water, and then it mixed. And it's like, nope.
No, thank you.
No.
That's that instant coffee crap, man.
Yeah.
You know,
nothing beats better than actually getting ground up coffee beans and actually freshly making your coffee.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, I have a guy, every time I want coffee, I have a guy that comes around in a donkey in a cart, and he just hands me some.
Oh, cool. You know him too, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
He gets
He's
around,
a great guy,
dude.
man.
He goes from Tennessee to California every day.
Man, I tell you what, though, I tip him well because his coffee is really great.
We have and I don't know if you guys have this, but we have bikini coffee shops. And
this is Tennessee. You don't want to see no man. You don't see, trust me. Here in the South, you don't want
fair enough. Yeah, but
true story. I had a friend of mine. I used to be a door-to-door salesman, and this is true. He took me to this shady place, and basically, this is a truck stop strip club.
Oh, and you lost a kidney.
No, but it's weird seeing a stripper with armpit hair, but.
It's just French. They're going French. You're good.
It was because I walked in and I said, dude, where we at? And he goes, oh, well, I have a friend that works here. She buys stuff. And I'm like, and I'm looking around. I'm like, none of these, no. And there's an image you can't get out of your head, like seeing your grandmother take a poop. You walk in on her, you'll never forget it.
Naked grandma.
That's very specific. It actually sounds like you've experienced this before.
Oh, show title. Grandma taking a poop.
I was 4. And that's how I know, because she didn't lock the door and she said, get out of here. I was like, I'm 4.
That actually sounds like the exact opposite of what I was exposed to. I've had the grandpa that would literally use the restroom with the door wide open. Hey, what's up, guys? Come on in. How are you doing today? It's like, you're using the restroom, bro.
Drinking the Coors Light, smoking a cigarette.
We got wrestling on TV.
You want to watch some NASCAR?
Ironically, he was a big hunter and he drank a lot of whiskey, so he had a shot glass next to him. I know that.
I can't say I was exposed to either one of my grandparents. So you guys got me beat on that one. Probably, naked grandma, that takes a cake.
No, she wasn't naked. She was just taking a poop.
No, you're thinking of Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey on the show.
Yes.
Where he's like, what's the worst thing you could ever say? He hits the button. Naked grandma.
When breaking into a house, what's the worst thing you can see? Naked grandma.
And Steve Harvey was like,
naked grandma.
What?
I bet they have at least spent hours trying to editing that show, because there's probably some outlandish. I wonder if some people do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a setup.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a episode where they're like, "Oh, tell us about how beautiful Steve Harvey's succulent lips are," and like, that's like, he's like, "I know one of you guys wrote this. I'm gonna get you."
He's probably looking up there into the stands and he starts looking at him. He's like, which one of you jack-offs did this?
Yep. You're fired.
Well, it's like, because I like to see the compilation videos, and apparently people got penises all over their mind, because that's all I keep hearing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call a car that goes fast? A penis?
Ding! Yeah. Penis.
I think what it is, they're just trying to have publicity and start to get very popular just by just doing something random.
Either that or they're hard on materials.
Yeah.
That was a pun for a penis.
Oh, that was, yeah. The penis goes long on this one.
It can go a long way.
You guys know
this is a very deep conversation.
We'll just short this conversation.
1 to 2 inches, you're all right. You guys know Rob's wife on Twitter, Elizabeth Rob, I don't know, Turner, I think. She's like putting penis puns all night last night. So she's like, I tried stopping these penis puns, but it was too hard. Like, what? Oh man.
Well, that's what happens when you start talking about penis. It never stops.
Well, you can thank Dirk Diggler for that one. Dirk Diggler.
What's that movie with
Boogie Nights? Don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know why I know that movie. All of it. Just that I should have thought about that one. That was too quick on the draw.
That was yeah.
That was.
I saw quick. The end of that one. Are you referring to the end where he's trying to make a buck?
I don't think he tried. I think he really made that dollar.
He earned that shit.
He wanted that dollar.
Oh, the penis goes long. That's another good show title.
You know, we need you guys to stand up on this joke, okay?
We're already at an attention.
It's time to rectify these jokes, these puns.
I think we just got this weird feeling on the inside of us.
And there's that awkward silence.
That's the one that you found it.
And that's when the chat starts like, what did we just walk in on?
Yeah.
Naked grandma.
The naked grandma.
Naked grandma.
So, you know, you guys have been podcasting for a minute. How did you guys come about the show name? Was it a hard decision?
No. I mean, we threw it around a couple of times. Well, actually, Maddox and I we're coworkers.
Okay.
And so we like Maddox. I actually trained him to do the position that he's doing now, and so he's sitting there talking, and he sat in cubicles, so that's a death in itself. If you really want to feel deaths, cubicles are it. And so I would just stand up because he sat right in front of me, and we joke back and forth all day long. And he told me that he does streams. He's a big gamer, and he does his live streams, GTA 5, Halo, and I said, dude, you ever thought about making a podcast? And he said, no. And I said, well, we can call it Talkin Shiz. And it just came out of nowhere. I just said the name. And so we started doing research, and finally, we started making a podcast. He came over, we sat on the couch, and our first episode was Denial and Error. That was an episode that literally we forgot to hit record. We were talking for 30 minutes, and
we forgot to hit the record button.
The sound
we had
bad.
To start over.
So we just put that on that episode on there just to show where we came from. Like everybody, this is like the worst episode ever, and now where it is now. And so we were just sitting there, just decided to come up with, and I came up with the amazing world of Talkin Shiz because I'm a big Gumball fan, and I thought that'd be hilarious. But now it's so much to type that we just shorten it. And I said, man, I just should have went with my gut and just said Talkin Shiz.
I mean, and then ever since then, we've just literally, our topics is not literally a specified topic. Sometimes we don't even know what we're going to be talking about until literally 2 minutes before recording. And then we literally go off of each other. We literally start talking about it and then feed off of each other. Yeah. That's why, and I can actually say this in our recordings, it's genuine. When it literally sounds like two goofballs joking about stuff, that's literally what it is. It's two nutcases literally having a hard topic here. Yes, that was a penis pun, by the way. Talking about different topics. We literally banter back and forth, and we just do it out of good fun. We literally don't stay on topic for sure. But other than that,
I write stuff down, and I said, hey, and I'll come up with ideas or something. And I said, what do you think about this? And, there's times where we recorded a whole episode and we'll sit there and we'll discuss it. Okay, we don't like it. We'll delete that whole episode and start over.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
And we have filtered out tons of stuff. Because we can actually go into a banter, what I like to say, banter mode. And some of the things that can be created it can be questionable. So we're like, you know what? Let's start fresh.
When you guys say questionable, you mean like controversial, like it's a hot topic and you guys really don't want to be on that fence of dealing with hot topics? Or are you guys talking about like, this is the wrong color gray and we really don't like this kind of gray?
It's like sometimes we'll talk about like politics. And we both, there's many, I do have a philosophy about politics, but
it's trigger words. You have to watch for trigger words. And that's where the editing comes into play. if we can watch out for those trigger words, and this is something that me and CJ, we have talked about it numerous times. There's times that, and I'm bad about this. I can go on a rant and start talking about things, but I have to filter what I'm about to say, because what I'm trying to say and how I feel about it may be two different things.
Yeah.
And it may come across as something that is going to have a wrong influence. And that's why we have to filter out those trigger words. It's like, we might want to try this again.
No, I understand that 100%. I don't like it when we're all, this world is a politically charged environment.
Yeah, see, that's why like there's three things that there's three things that you don't supposed to talk about, like
money,
sex,
politics, and religion.
Yeah. Well, it was sex, but but sex sells, so there we go.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were talking about small penises all day, so I think that's
I think it's safe to say.
I think it's safe to say you can talk about sex. I mean, the fact.
Well, sometimes it can hang high or low depending on.
Does it hang real high? Does it wobble to the flow?
Spit those jams, man. Let's go.
All I know is that water's cold,
and it's winter outside all year round.
So you do know about that joke where the guys were standing on the bridge.
So you guys started in when did you guys actually get started in podcasting, and what led you guys down the path that you guys are currently on?
It was August 24th of last year.
Oh, okay. So you guys just hit your year then.
Yeah, like on this year we have our flashback episode, which I changed the logo up just for that episode because it's our 1 year anniversary. So basically what Maddox and I we were just talking about the whole year, the episodes that we did, and there's just reliving the whole year, from start to finish of, or at least for the finish of that episode anyway. And it's just us reliving. And it was funny because like doing that episode, it brought back a lot of memories, a lot of fun times that like Maddox and I were be sitting on the couch, and like I said, he has to edit a lot because I'll get him rolling, and I remember him like the covered butthole episode. That was all on him, and every interview I mentioned this episode because I'm blaming him because I had topics,
and I blew it right out of the water.
I sent him a Google Doc, I swear.
And that episode was so great though because it was a train wreck because I was talking about, I found out that celebrities are selling coochie candles. I don't know if you heard of this or not, but Gwyneth.
No, I was just buying the bath water. I didn't know about the coochie candles.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
She's
you're
back.
Talking about Delphine.
Oh, she's back. You heard this, right? She came back.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Yeah, she came back. She got a whole new marketing gimmick and everything.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, no, you guys need some bath water. I got you hooked up. We're good. I'm selling my own now.
I'm putting farts in a bottle.
There you go. It's better than naked grandma.
So I had this nice notes and everything that we were going to discuss, and it started with the coochie candles. And I said, well, I'm going to come out with my own candles. I'm going to call it testicles, and it's going to smell like roast beef.
It's going to smell
and it comes in twos. So
it
comes in pairs.
It's a pair, yeah.
And and then Maddox says, well, there's more out there, right? And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, do you know that you can actually go to us? You go and get a mold of your butthole, and they can cover it in chocolate. This chocolate mold of your butthole.
Yes.
Yep.
I saw that on the Scramble channel.
And all this, I was like, "What? Wait a minute, are you serious?" And I thought he was messing with me.
Oh no.
And so and so the whole show, because I was going to Google it, but then I didn't want that in my Google search because I don't want
incognito mode, homie.
But even Amazon sells a bag of this too for $11.99, a bag of chocolate anuses.
German chocolate at that.
And so I tried like like on the second segment, like the energy was there because I'm still like I didn't get it because I started thinking like, is it like does it come? Can you get caramel, cookies and cream?
Yeah, like what Taster's Choice?
Does it have nuts in it?
Nuts. I mean, and so,
can you get candy corn?
That's optional.
That's optional.
You get that on the side.
And then
I tried to reel it back in, but I couldn't do it. Like I because it just it floored me.
And the rabbit hole went down even further. He actually found more on Amazon. There was actually a company that makes chocolate shaped penises.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they put it inside of a box, and then when you deliver it to somebody and they open it, on the lettering it says "eat a dick."
Oh, that's amazing. I need to find people's addresses.
How many people am I going to send that to?
Oh, submit your request at the Rooster Bat Show. Go to mail@roosterbatshow.com if you want eat a dick penis sent to your friends.
We're gonna put that on YouTube right there.
It's gonna be right there on YouTube.
Right there. We're gonna say, "Hey, penis shipping."
It's gonna be part of a Patreon package.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus. So how many?
It has cream in the middle.
Oh no.
No, I'm just playing.
It's a nice little like tart cream, kind of salty.
It's got that sea salt in there.
You gotta have your sweet with your salty.
Put a couple of Cheez-Its in there just for decorations.
You could decorate it for any occasion. You could put sprinkles on it too.
How would you like your Thanksgiving turkey with a dick?
What is up with this Beetlejuice not being Michael Keaton?
Oh,
Maddox, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to take a drink of my Dr. Pepper and this.
We're cracking open a Mountain Dew and energy drink. We got to hear about this, there, Maddox.
All right, so this has been an inside joke for a whole year. And we try to slip it. It's like Avatar: The Last Airbender. If we get a chance, we're going to try to just plug it as much as we can. So,
yeah,
Maddox, I'm gonna let you fill this in.
Let's just say, even still to this day, this person is in denial. Hopefully, she can't hear me. I'm just going to say this particular person cannot accept. Here, let me make sure I can say this pretty loud. She cannot accept that Michael Keaton is Beetlejuice and Batman. It's the same person. And ever since we have said this and CJ has known about it, ever since then, we've just been making fun of it. And then I was like, you know what? We're just going to make a reference and a pun each and every single time. Now it's to the point, to the extreme.
Everybody's asking us about it.
So in the slightest chance, if I have a chance to make the pun, it definitely gets said. And it's hilarious.
She has seen the title of Beetlejuice, right, where it actually shows Michael Keaton's name on it. Okay.
Oh, I showed her the Blu-ray.
Okay, and the behind the scenes and the fact that Tim Burton really loved Michael Keaton.
Yep. Like I said, it's all been proven, but you know how it is.
What are her thoughts on Batman, Michael Keaton coming back as Batman in the new Batman series?
As long as he's not Beetlejuice, it'll be okay.
Oh, well, I also heard there's
I'm just playing.
There's a Beetlejuice 2 coming, right?
That's been rumored. That's here or there. I mean, everybody's up for it.
Oh yeah. I'm
sorry,
up for
Maddox.
it.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Sorry, Maddox. Yeah, no, absolutely.
No, you're good.
No, it's very.
She's actually for it. Granted, she's on the same page with me with Mr. Sparkly Vampire trying to be a vampire.
Jacob,
be
Batman. Or Edward. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. I would have to see how it turns out.
Do you?
That's like seeing Johnny Depp as the Joker to me. It's just, you see Johnny Depp, his Joker probably be the mixture of Edward Scissorhands, Jack Sparrow, and Willy Wonka.
That would be one weird situation. I will say that.
Well,
if you put all those characters together, that's going to be kind of weird.
You also forgot the Hatter.
Yeah, the Hatter.
Mad Hatter.
You got to have the Hatter.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Nobody can answer that question.
No, I don't know. So, but this Peter Robertson, the new Batman character. You guys, I'm assuming you guys have both seen the trailer, correct?
The trailer doesn't look that bad. I can give it that. It's so hard for me to see him as Batman. That's what's, I can't wrap my head around. That's what I said about Ben Affleck. But I think Ben Affleck did an okay job as Batman. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's DC, and not to, if that's funny.
It's one of those type deals. Go ahead.
Like with DC, is like DC cannot get it right. Like Marvel, they built a whole story, a whole flipping timeline, which they destroyed in Endgame. But I'm not going to talk about that.
What, you think Endgame destroyed the whole series?
Yes, because what kind of crap timeline? What, are you kidding me? All the time movies are you kidding me? You cannot tell me that if you go back in the past,
but they're not going. They're not going in their own past. Remember, they're going to.
Well, here's the thing.
It's a multiverse.
How are you going to kill somebody in 2014 and they still be alive in 2019? Nebula.
It's a different timeline. It's a different universe. It's the same universe. It's the same thing that happened in the Spider-Man multiverse, but this time they went back.
What are you talking about? They all came to one New York, and they all went back.
But they had a multiverse. But
this is the multiverse. This is the same universe. That's what I'm saying. Like, they screwed up the whole timeline. Like, they gave the Russo brothers a little bit too free reign on that because it did not make sense.
They had to figure out a way to make an ending that made sense because, without having the soul and all the other, of course, but without having that soul and the reality, they would never be able to bring back the Spider-Man and, all those other. So they had to figure out a way. However, I agree. There were definitely mishaps. When Tony Stark made his quote unquote device that allowed him to travel back in time, there was who was it? Was it Hulk that met up with the one that trained Doctor Strange?
The one. Yeah, or the Sorcerer Supreme, or
Sorcerer Supreme.
That sounds like something you order from a pizza joint. Can I
prefer
Supreme?
A combination with no bell peppers, no onions. It'd be all right.
I like the meats because I like to have the meat sweats.
Give me that meat.
You just put all the meats on there.
A long, deep sausage, yeah.
And the penis puns continue.
And the whole time. But she explains how when you have the multi-lines, once you take something from that, you change the image of that line. So they put an explanation in there. Anytime a movie
that means when they went back to the future, though, when they went back to their present, then it should have been different.
It should have, yes, 100%.
But it wasn't.
But Tony Stark sacrificed himself. Come on, man. I love you 3000.
It wasn't because his daughter is still alive. Gwyneth Paltrow used her armor. So everything that they still did, that's what I'm saying. They tried to find a way to bring their favorite characters back, and they didn't explain it. Because any type of time travel movie, if you do something in the past, it'll definitely affect the future.
It's a butterfly effect.
Exactly. So let's say if I get the winning lotto numbers tomorrow, right? Or whenever, and it's 25, 14, 35, 46, whatever.
Okay, write these numbers down, guys.
You better write them down because you might lose.
What's the jackpot number? We need that one. You only sold 4.
It's 5.
Of course.
So if you can't tell me that you cannot give you those numbers, right? And you travel, let's say, 24 hours into the past.
Mm-hmm.
You give yourself the numbers. And so when the day comes and you win the lottery, that means your future's changed. Yeah.
It's the Back to the Future logic with the book, the Alchemy or whatever it's called. You know, where he takes that book back, gives it to himself, the buff or Biff, and then
He makes
changes
millions.
Yeah, he makes
It
millions.
changes everything.
Where the dad is a little punk and he dies, and then Marty's now with stepfather Biff. Yeah, I agree. There has to be a recourse for changing the timeline.
Yeah, it's so like when she said, "Well, we're going to put the stone right back." Well, that means the soul stone, and they're trying to explain it, but I don't care. If you take it back to the exact time where you got it from, then Black Widow is alive. Because if you're going to take it back and put it right back as soon as you got it, or take it back to the same, then Black Widow's still alive.
How about that Red Skull coming back?
So it's like, wait a minute, it's too much. It's too much.
We forgot about that dude. Like, why is he still here? He shouldn't even be there. He shouldn't
Apparently he got sucked into the soul stone or whatever. But that didn't make sense because the Tesseract and everything, he fell into the ocean, Steve, and got frozen. So
yeah, he should have been recovered right around the same time that Steve was recovered. But even that explanation doesn't make any sense.
They may have to explain it more in another movie.
Oh,
they can't because they're done. Like Chris Evans is done. Robert Downey Jr. is done with Marvel.
he just said he's completely done. Last week, he says no more. I'm done. I'm not doing any more. But they're still coming up with Black Widow, Falcon, I think, and then a couple other stories to kind of kill some of those loose ends.
Yeah, they're going to kill it, all right.
Apparently, they didn't do a good enough job at Endgame for you.
We're just going to kill it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed Marvel up to that point. I was not a big fan of Endgame because it made no sense to me. Like everything that they did up to that point, like every strategic move worked. And then they killed Gamora, which is okay. But then I'm like, they brought her back. They went to the past. And then Nebula comes from the past to the future, but Nebula kills herself.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the bad Nebula goes to the future, and Thanos goes to the future. That means Thanos is killed and never came back to 2014, so he doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's the whole point that like Nebula, starts seeing herself and her helping out, and they're like, oh, the Nebula from the future can be able to see the Nebula from the past, and they have interlocking thoughts, and well, that doesn't make any sense either. Like how can that work? You
exactly.
Can't. You can't have.
You think somebody would look at a photograph, go, wait a minute, us McFlys are fading. We need to fix this. We need to get mom and dad together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. McFly fading. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because their mom and dad never met. That means, okay, I don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think if Marty McFly made out with his mom that night. That'd be awkward.
There's a College Humor skit on that.
Yes, I saw that.
Marty McFly keeps coming back. It's okay when it's in a three-way.
Oh no.
You haven't seen that one yet?
No, I've seen it. I'm just trying not to remember it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty awful. I enjoy College Humor on a lot of stuff. What were we talking about? This is the rabbit hole
Welcome
were talking about.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah.
This is the rabbit hole effect.
The rabbit hole effect.
Yeah, like when we talk about something, Maddox would literally have to reel me back in, just like, dude, okay, come on, come back.
We were talking. Okay. We had. So what got you guys inspired or your podcast? Like who's inspiring you guys to keep going with your stuff, or what got you inspired, or which podcast made you guys think I want to do this?
Well, from my perspective, I would say that we just literally talked about it and jumped right in it head first, and learned on the way. This literally I would say it's just a hobby. It literally is just something that we had no intentions on it blowing up the way it did. And it eventually turned into the point of where it has, I mean, we're sitting almost at 3,000 followers on Twitter. We literally started bare bones. We didn't have any knowledge of what podcasting was going to turn into or how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a learning experience. I mean, we just kept doing it because, you know, we thought, you know, this would be a great hobby to do. And then, well, I mean, looking at the statistics now, we have blown up tremendously.
Yeah.
And that surprises me. I was like, you guys are still listening? Wow. Because, you know, what really surprises me is like, you know, we have, for 5 months, we've been on this Hot 50 podcast chart, which is just amazing. It was like, I don't know. It's exciting, but also it's like, I don't, it's like, wow, you guys are so awesome. You know, thank you for the love and support that, you know, you guys have shown us. And it just, I don't know how to react to it, you know, because I've never been this popular ever. Because when I talk, people don't listen. I mean, they run. So, I mean, my wife does that all the time to me. So, oh, you're talking? And she goes in another room. So I just hang my head down low. But no, it's so amazing. And it's just, I want to repay everybody who's helped us, but it's so hard to do it. It's just so hard to get. Only thing I say is thank you. I mean, it's thank you guys for the love and support. It's amazing. You know, thank you for still being around. You know, especially some people who, you know, we don't even know what we're doing half the time. We just roll with it. I mean, the whole show is totally unscripted. There's no script whatsoever.
No script.
Well, unlike this show where we all have a script talking about penises, so we're, you know.
This was totally planned.
Yeah, we planned. We're like, hey, we need to have at least 10 penis jokes. You guys got this? Yeah, all right.
I mean, it's not a small ordeal.
No, it's not.
It's just nutty all the way around.
Come on.
Come on, Eileen.
Got the porn stash. Oh, you haven't? Yeah, there's an episode where I was talking about porn stashes. That literally came out of nowhere.
So how many episodes you?
No pun intended, but no. You ever seen those guys that have the porn stashes, like still to this day?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the industry I work in, like most of the time, we weren't allowed to have a beard. Our company finally this year allowed us to even grow any facial hair, but you were allowed to have your mustache, and that was the only thing you were allowed to have. So everybody at our company had one of those like 70s mustache, and like
that's hilarious.
And you know,
Magna PI.
Yeah. we were like rocking it out, man. And
you had the porn tee. You know what a porn tee is, right?
Where you just have that right there.
No, it's a goatee, but it's for porn. It's a porn tee.
Oh,
I made it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It hasn't caught on yet, but I'm still trying to throw it out there.
You got to work it in the language, you know. It's kind of one of those things where every day you just start saying porn tea, and everybody's gonna figure it out eventually.
Oh yeah, my customers love it. They're like, what? When I talk to them over the phone, because I'm in customer service, you know, they're asking for something. I say, oh, porn tea, you know.
Yeah.
Are you saying poor tea? Yes, I'm saying
porn tea. I would love a cup of Grey Earl right now. Just give me some porn tea.
Yes. This electronic is under porn tea.
Oh shit. Okay, porn tea.
That's some Illuminati type stuff, man. You're just like giving him subliminal messages.
All right. Would you like to extend your porn tea on this? Right now.
For another year.
They got blue pills for that. It's all good.
And then you get those phone calls too. We saw that your extended warranty is coming up and about to be you know those phone calls.
Yeah. I usually get those Russian bots that like, hey, you want to be my girlfriend and talk about warranties? You know, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I need to extend my warranty. You know, right now it's small and shriveled.
It always leaks to the left.
It always leaks to the left. Nothing like fun hitting microphones and stuff like that.
I thought it was a secret word, and it was the gong. Oh, you won money!
You guys won! Yay! Congratulations! Yesterday,
the secret word.
Give us your address. We'll send you a penis in a box.
A little duck will fall down from this.
Hey, how big do you want your dick in a box? It's a dick in a box. So when you guys got started, you basically didn't have anybody that you listened to prior to podcasting, or it was just like one of those things that like I want to get started. You didn't have anybody to relate to, or didn't know how you guys are going to get started on this.
Yeah, pretty much. Now I listen to a lot of podcasts, but prior I wouldn't do it. But I think I listened to a couple, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds like it'd be fun to do. Is just sit around and talk about it, and if folks liked it, great. If they don't, great." But yeah, it's just basically we had another coworker that said his friend was doing a podcast, and I tried to get him. I said, "Hey, do you want to start a podcast?" But he was flaky. I mean, he was just like dandruff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? Screw that, man. I'll find somebody. And then Maddox used to tell me, oh, I stream, I rock, And I said, hey, would you like to do a podcast with me?
Maddox, how do you feel about being the second choice?
I knew that was going to come up.
That's what she said.
Right.
Well, because I never discussed it with Maddox at all. Never. Because
he still doesn't know he's part of the podcast.
I was blindsided. It came out of nowhere. We were just talking one day, and he just brought it up. He's like, hey, what's your thoughts about doing a podcast?
And that's because he does his streams, and I didn't want to add anything more to his plate because I know he likes his gaming streams, and that's something that he does, and I didn't know how you would actually feel about a podcast. And so that's why I said, if he said, yeah, I'll help. And so, and it just grew from there. We've been friends for 3 years, and
And at the very beginning, and to be honest, I actually thought that, I was going to get him started and help him out, and we'll just go separate ways. And he just focuses on podcasts, and I just do my streams. And then, eventually it just grew into what it is now. And it's like, we've created this brand that literally involves both of us. Then, what's the point of talking by yourself?
Yeah.
So that's what it kind of boiled down to. And I was like, we're in it now. We've done it for a year. Here it is. And we're just two goofballs talking a lot of shiz. And then next thing you know, like I said, I can't be thankful enough of how it turned out. It's just literally nobody who has a college education in podcasting. Literally, that's exactly what this is. It's not educated. We literally learned on the fly. We literally went and learned while we did it.
Yeah.
And you can listen to our episodes and you can hear the difference in our tones. You can hear it in the way that we sound because the equipment changed. And it went from literally sounding terrible to sounding pretty good.
I think somebody agreed with you. You hear that, Maddox?
Yeah. I have a St. Bernard Massive, and right now, currently, we have cement getting poured outside. So he's telling them thank you and welcome to our house in the most kind way he could possibly do that. He's not an aggressive dog. He was like, hey, what are you doing in my yard? He's one of those dogs.
I'll pee there. There.
So you guys have an episode every week, or how's it work with you guys?
Yeah, we try to have a new episode every week. There's sometimes where if we need a break, we'll try to record 2 episodes in a day, so we can just take some time off. Because it's a second job. Especially it's definitely a second job. The pay sucks, but So we'll every week I'll like throughout the week we'll converse. Hey, I heard this. What do you think about this? Or we'll come up with ideas. It's just something that we can bounce off of each other, and then put somewhat whatever together. And hopefully it turns out good. And there we go.
That's cool. I mean, for me, like I've been trying to get guests on because I like to talk to people, whatever. But when we do the no guest show, like it's harder work. You're not just bouncing back and forth. You're doing all of it mostly on your own. My wife comes in and joins me in most of the time. But there's definitely a lot more effort that has to go into it when you guys are talking, solely about yourselves and stuff like that. So what is like, besides like conversing with yourself, do you guys like, I know you said earlier you only take like 1 or 2 minutes, but do you have like a hot topic stuff that you just like, all right, let's at least focus a little bit on this? I know Maddox like the ring guy, right? He's the one that's taming the line. How do you guys go about and saying, okay, we need to do an episode and try to focus on this part, or we tried to focus on this topic? Is there anything like that in your guys' situation?
Oh yeah, it's definitely there's times that, like I said, it's random, and that's basically how we are.
It's like a radio show. I mean, we're comedy and improv, mostly improv, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
But we don't have like a certain genre that we talk about. Like if we want to talk about comics or something, we just don't want to be labeled as that podcast as a certain movie, true crime, comics.
Yeah.
We just want everyone to enjoy. We have something for everybody.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's kind of same thing with us. We don't want to focus on one thing. Like, if we want to talk about a movie, like for instance, like The Boys just came out last night. I'm already cracking that open. I don't know if you guys have started on it yet.
I've already finished the 3 episodes, and I was like, oh, okay. But now there's a little new episodes every Friday. What kind of BS is that?
I know. Like, why are you going to give me 3 episodes and then, yeah. But at least you're going to get a new episode every Friday. I like to like try to put them all together. I didn't realize that it was going to only give you the first 3 episodes and then break it down every Friday. When I started watching it last night, I'm like, nope, I got to stop until all of it's loaded. So
yeah, I didn't realize that either.
So I got 7 weeks to wait.
Like with our episodes, we have one about student loans. And that's something that Maddox and we did some research on. It was one topic that we feel very passionate about, because student loans are crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to dip into that? I am down to dip into that because I think it's a fucking scam.
We did a lot of research on that. And like the debt of student loans is the second highest debt in America right now.
Yeah.
Under mortgage. I mean, it's trailing.
And there's no way to file bankruptcy on it.
Nope.
Well, they used to, but in 2008, that's when they changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm in bankruptcy, and I can tell you right now, you can't file it. They'll put it on the list, and there's a potential of it getting paid at the end of it. But like Chapter 13, for an example, Chapter 13 allows you to pay back your debts, and that's what I'm in. And basically, if you choose Chapter 7, you're basically telling all the creditors that you owe money, sorry, oh well, I can't pay you back, and then they just sign it off. But at the same token, that gives the courts a legal action to take anything that you own.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. But besides medical bills, right? Is that the first debt, the highest debt, or is it something else?
And now
mortgage.
13, if you have a certain
mortgage debt is number
mortgage
one.
Is the highest.
Wow.
Yeah. And right behind it is student loans.
That's crazy.
But now it could be different because we put that episode out last year. So I haven't researched that since.
I'm assuming that 2020 hasn't changed much. We were talking about so I have a lot of friends that went to college and stuff like that. I had a military so I was free college. I didn't know about student debt and all that stuff and all the, and one of my friends was like, yeah, I owe $50,000 to 1 year at a university. I'm like, that can't be right, dude. Like maybe like
I owe 30.
that's insane.
I owe 30.
These are kids that are 18 years old trying to make a lifelong decision, and
and you're punishing them before they even have a chance to get out into the world.
Yeah, there's no way to pay it back. No 18-year-old working at Starbucks is going to figure out a way to pay back a $50,000 loan. I understand why people are like, oh, well, college should be free. A community college absolutely should have some type of stimulus.
I think education should be free, period.
That
goes for all of it. All of it should be free. And the only thing that you should pay for is if you're getting licensed. That's what you need to pay for. If you're trying to get a license or certification for something, that's something that you need to pay for. So that way your education can reflect it, not the other way around to where you have to be charged for both. See, I got an education for automotive technology. I've got a degree in it in a community college. It was a technical college. I did a 2-year program in 1 year. Okay. And that I owe $30,000, and I still had to pay for all my certifications. I still had to pay for my books. I had to buy my tools. I had to buy everything. I had to buy all my supplies. That wasn't included with the 30 grand.
Yeah, that's insane. And
it's like that's why I say, like, I mean, I don't know if people feel the same way, but I feel that education should be free. That includes colleges, because if tax-paying money can pay for a teacher to educate people in the public schools, then tax-paying money can educate people in colleges as well. So I think that if we can go ahead and provide that education, that borderline education to get people a leg up in life, make them pay for the responsible things that they need, of course, such as, certifications for the job that you're trying to work for. Don't put them down in the educational path of, okay, well, if you're going to be an automotive technician, then you need to learn history.
Yeah.
I don't need to know history. It's good to know the basics. You're taught that in elementary school. That's fine. But I don't need to take a course of history of the Constitution while I'm trying to learn how to work on a car.
See, that's my biggest thing. It's like, why are you taking general education in college?
It doesn't make any sense. Like I was talking, my son has a capability of doing both college courses. He's in high school right now. He has the ability to do in college courses, which would be included in his schooling, because we're doing homeschool. We've been homeschool for the last 3 years prior to all this 2020. And we moved to this academy, Bridgeway Academy type thing, where they give you BYU and they give you all these other college courses. And he's doing, he has that so he can get all his gen ed out, and then he can go into college, but he still will be required to do some type of physical education in college. Like, why is that a necessity? Red or Rainbow would just ask, or just said, at the very least, it should be affordable. And I agree. Subsidized.
Well, back in the day, and not going to politics, but you have all these idiots back in the day that probably paid probably less than $2,000 for a semester.
Yeah.
Yep. These are the same people
who thinks that, well, college is affordable. Yeah, back when you were like, back in the 1800s, yeah, college was probably $1 a semester. Yeah, you can afford that.
But they were making, so when it comes to inflation, it's always a difficult thing, because you talk about somebody who bought a house in like 1980, they spent like $20,000 on the house, right? But at the same time, they're only made $4 a week. So it's like, there has to be.
What I'm saying is that, but it's, back then, college was more affordable.
Yeah,
and because when you got out of college, you can actually go towards something. Now, how everything's set up is like, yeah, you may have a degree, but it's more about favoritism or nepotism, or
or in some places they want experience before they go into your education. And then as a college grad, you're stuck in the predicament of, well, I just spent my life savings to learn
Exactly.
this job,
Yeah.
and I can't get I can't start because you want me to have experience. How do I get experience when you told me at the very beginning I'm supposed to have this degree?
Exactly. There was
See,
a
and I know that firsthand because I have a marketing degree.
yeah.
And I got turned down for positions where you don't have any marketing experience. And I got so frustrated. I was like, well, how can I get experience if you're not giving me experience? I have a
Yeah.
degree saying that, okay, I know what I know, I may not know your position or what this marketing does, but I do have a degree saying I'm a marketing major.
I
But,
went to
well, you don't have
school.
the experience.
I went to
So
school
that's why
for
I'm in accounting.
accounting,
And
and
that's funny because that's what I'm in. I'm an AR.
I went to school for accounting. I didn't finish it because I was like, wait, you mean to tell me that this actually doesn't get me a job immediately afterwards? Like, oh no, you know, you have to talk to your counselor about maybe getting onto some type of workforce so you can have enough experience. I'm like, wait, I need to have experience in order to do this job, in order to go to college to do this job. Like, yeah, you have, most places
That's a
require,
double-edged sword.
and it's like you're required to have 3 to 5 years of experience in that field in order to do that job, but you can't do that unless you intern. I'm like, man, I live out of my car. What are you talking about? Like, I want to go to college so that way I don't have to live out of my car. They're like, no, you have to live out of your car currently until you get experience in order to not live out of your car.
Knowing what I know now, if I could ever go back and tell my past life self any advice, this knowing, and again, this is just based off of my own experience. Each person is different. They've had, everybody has different scenarios. You have different things that's happened in your life, and I get that. My thing is, if I was to go back and tell my past self, I would tell myself, don't go to college, go and be I would say an intern. Be an intern first. Get your leg in the door, get your foot in the door first. Create a foundation of money flow, and then gather the details of what you're going to need, because that degree that you're probably going after may not be suffice of what's going to be.
Yeah.
It may be just a certificate that you need to pay for. So if that happens, then you can go get that certificate. Like, for an example, my wife, there was this one job that she had in the past. They did say, on, and a quote unquote, this is on their paper document, it says that you need a college education. When she actually got there was no requirement of college education. There was people there that has been working and make more than she does, and they're not even educated.
Yeah.
They have their foot in the door, they're in there, they're going down in the dirty. So my thing is, I would have told myself, go and apply yourself and be an apprentice of some sort. If you want to be a mechanic, go and be an apprentice at a mechanic shop. Go turn some wrenches.
Yeah, because you don't
need
have to have
learn.
an SAE certification, right? And to start learning.
To start, they're going to more than likely show you what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And you can't touch anything else outside of that. Like, for an example, they're not going to tell somebody that came off the street to go do an AC job, because you have to actually have a certification for refrigerant and AC systems in order even to use that equipment.
Yeah, but you can check the air in the tires.
Yeah, you can check the air in the tires. You can change the oil in the car. Those are the basics.
Check the dipstick, the length of the dipstick, make sure it's touching the oil.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. And what I'm getting at is, being an apprentice, you'll be able to get your foot in the door, you get hands-on experience, and you'll be able to learn a lot more than just paying somebody to teach you. And now you're in $30,000 worth of debt and you don't have any job experience.
I think the only thing I would have changed out of high school, I think, you know, when you have that little free time, I don't think I would have went to school. I don't think I would have took an internship. I think I would have figured out a way to travel, just travel, and learn a little bit more life experiences before I decide to go do something full time. You know, I didn't want to do the accounting after I found out that you had that experience, so I went into welding. a completely different extreme because I knew I can get a job and make money and stuff like that. And I've worked ever since. And I haven't had that time where I went backpacking in Europe or I went, and did any of that. None of that's been an option for me. And I luckily I don't have the student debts because the military paid for my college and stuff like that. But if I didn't have that option, I can't imagine being 38 and going, holy shit, I still owe $20,000, $30,000, whatever the case may be, because there's no way, like the interest alone kills the student loans. You need to have some type of life experience prior to even getting into the college mindset. People are just, they want to just ram people through this college machine, and they create the debt that puts these kids in a lifelong contract that they can never get out of. And it's insane.
Well, see, there's only one flaw in that whole issue of going back in time, is Marvel screwed that up for everybody.
Once again, you're 100% correct. But there's different timelines. We talked about this time.
This is a different timeline.
It's a different timeline. You're going to go back in time. It won't affect your actual timeline. You can still...
You guys are getting too serious for me. I mean, student loans to me is like the interest should be 0.01%. Nobody should be making money off of student loans at all.
I agree.
Nobody. And that's the issue, is because of the lobbyists. No.
Mm-hmm. But you're right. Okay, we're just going to add this little part. The lobbyists definitely affected the way the market for student loans work today. The banks also had their hand in it, and the way the schools created this, because most schools are stimulated by the government. That's why the government had to create this centralized bank for the student loans, which caused this whole issue.
And just to kind of, and I'm only going to say this just a little bit because this is a little bit of a rabbit hole too, and I don't want to go too far down.
See, that's me. I was like, I bowed out. I was like, no.
A little tidbit of information, depending on which colleges and which states that they're in. Yeah, just depending on where they're located at. A lot of colleges are actually getting their funding not through the students. They're actually getting funded by the freaking casinos and the really big money makers of that state. So if you've got like a casino or some type of lottery,
you forgot somebody. Aunt Becky had her hand in the college fund too.
Oh man!
Right? She had to pay for Jesse's hair.
Yep. Fuller House 2. Becky gets arrested.
Now it's definitely a full house.
Oh, man.
Aww. And see, the thing is,
poor Aunt Becky.
Orange is the new black of college. That's yeah.
Well, even the other girl. She became shameless now. Oh, thank you. Tip you, waitress. I'll be here all week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, sorry, Maddox. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, Maddox. You were saying something.
You see, this is what we do all the time. Like, I don't know. I can't get too serious because I know how my mind is. And
it's
just like
it becomes defeating. And yeah, I'm good with 100% humor, but when there is a real topic, like I don't mind talking about it. I think it's important to at least let people know, like, what if a random, adolescent comes in and they're like, I'm thinking about college, and they listen to this part of the episode. They only listen to this fraction. They go, I'm going to go backpack in Europe instead. You know what? Or do something fun for a couple of years prior to going to college. I think they'll have a better opportunity, and they'll have a better decision making and what they want to study if they want to study.
I think, well, for me, school lunches should be free.
Yep.
Yes. I mean, I'm not trying to open that can up, but school lunches should be free.
This is a Roosterbat show. We open cans like that.
Yeah. And, well, the way I look at it, if our prison system, they have 3 hots and a cot. So our children should be the same. And our children should be being they should be getting prepared or being
And
prepared for
the
the
irony
outside
behind
world.
that is you're paying for both of them.
Well, here's the other aspect of it, right? There was a school beginning of this school year that was sending CPS or Child Protective Services to parents' house that weren't paying their food bills, and late last year, remember that? And people were like, they were like, oh, well, we'll pay their bill, and they're like, no, they need to get arrested, they need to have their kids taken away. Like that type of mentality from a school district is fucking just
toxic.
It's awful.
That's a prison. That's not a school. That's literally that's a prison.
We have schools right now. They're offering free lunch to children because of this COVID thing, and it's part of the welfare check. And I understand what they're doing. They're trying to make sure that the students have food. And I'm 100% down for that. Why can't they do that during the school year? It doesn't make any sense. They have the capability of doing it. The school is not going to go broke because it's tax funded already. They
write that stuff off every year anyways.
Yeah. Most of the teachers don't get paid enough to do all the school stuff that they have to do. We have a teacher. My brother-in-law is a teacher, and he just started this year. And this is the first year he hadn't had to buy supplies for students. But every year he buys paper, crayons, all this other crap that the school doesn't provide.
The school should be providing that. I mean, that's
why. Why doesn't it provide simple necessities?
I just found out that some principals make 6 figures a year.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I know a barber that makes 6 figures a year.
I might have to take up stripping again. I don't know.
2.5 inches, man.
From the floor.
From the floor. No, you tell them a lie. You tell them it's a 1 inch, and then when they find out it's 2, it blows their mind.
Red Rainbow says, "Eat the rich."
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich. Oh man, I always get paid to get my clothes back on.
We're gonna give you $50 to keep that shirt on, please.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that jellyfly.
I start off naked.
So that's why they always shut the lights off.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I do that just for you guys.
Milkman.
No, yeah, I mean, I know getting to.
Oh yeah, you didn't hear the movie I was in. It was Magicless Mike. Yeah.
Magicless Mike.
Do you want to see me?
I'm like smoke.
Oh man. Yeah. Do you guys want to plug your show?
Well, you can find us at Twitter, Talkin Shiz.
Yeah,
that's without a G. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Definitely, we have shows like episodes that gets posted weekly. And any topics that any of the listeners,
slice that like button,
right?
Smash it.
Any listeners, if you're wanting to hear a particular subject, by all means, let us know. And we love talking about stuff.
And we do have our merchandise at tpublic.com. And we encourage anybody who does buy a Shizzler t-shirt, definitely take a picture and we'll post it on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. And Podcast Magazine, go there. You can vote for our show. And we do appreciate 5 months in a row.
5 months in a row. That's insane. That's awesome, dude. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's still surprising. So that's I didn't think. It's still surprising. I can't wrap my head around it because I don't think I'm that funny. But
you're not. It's Maddox that makes the show.
My wife tells me that all the time. So hey, you're not funny.
Yeah.
I try to get her to write my jokes, but she won't do it.
And she said, "No, show your face."
Magicless Mike.
Magicless Mike.
Magicless Mike.
So, what do you guys have going on after this? Like, how many episodes, or when you guys going to do your next show?
Well, we will. I was thinking about. I don't know, either recording today or tomorrow. It depends. I got a list of topics. Will we discuss it? That's a good question. It's a surprise, so it may or may not happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because I know that we some topics we do stay on. Like we had our ghost story where we actually told real life paranormal experiences from our past. Our '90s episodes where it's something that we stayed on. Well, sort of on topic. Then we had our villain series where we talked about the villains of DC, Marvel, cartoon movies, and then we had one called Sex Sells, which was I actually found a story of a dude who married his sex doll or going to marry his sex doll.
What?
Yeah. Yeah,
this is crazy.
That's a true story. I'm telling you, I found that story and I go, it was like a record screech. I was like, wait a minute, I sent it to Maddox.
We're talking about this for sure. So I don't know.
You sure you don't want to talk about WAP?
Oh, we'll get into that one. But have you guys seen do you guys have Quibi? No. Okay, so Quibi came out with this show called, I don't remember what it's called, but Anna Kendrick is in it, and she talks to a sex doll. Like the sex doll is alive, and Anna Kendrick has to then take care of this sex doll and make sure it's clean.
I heard of that. Yes, I heard of that show. I thought it was on Hulu or Netflix.
No, it's on Quibi. It's like 10-minute episodes. It is the weirdest show I've ever seen, and Anna Kendrick comes out with some really weird shows. Like she does some weird stuff, and I appreciate that about her. She's got
Pitch Perfect. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's always pitch perfect when she does her shows.
Yeah. She's not, but she's definitely got.
Hey, you'll miss me when I'm gone. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to miss me when I'm gone.
And that was
nothing really.
That's
wow!
A show. That's
wow! I heard crickets when that was a great joke. Are you kidding me? That was her number one song. Wow!
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah, the cup song where she tapping on the cup.
There. You feel better now?
That's how I feel when I finish my Dr. Pepper. Is man, I'll miss you when I'm gone. Barbecue water.
Wait, barbecue water?
Yeah, you never heard that joke? That's Dr. Pepper's barbecue water.
No, I haven't heard that one. Is that a Tennessee thing?
Now here in Tennessee, we just like our Pepsi, and
we're gonna have some barbecue water with our Pepsi and
we're going right here. We're gonna get out here with our charcoal grill because we don't believe in that gas, and we're gonna throw some burgers on there with some barbecue water.
We're gonna have some propane accessories.
I think your countryside's showing just a little bit.
CJ's right, not mine.
It is.
Well, come down to Michael Keaton's Fords.
Over here, Michael Keaton does everything. He has good movies and a lot of bad movies.
So, but yes, in Sex Sales, there was a guy who wants to marry his sex doll. And found her. He said that she was a waitress at a restaurant.
So the tiger, oh man, what's his golfer's name? It's gonna drive me nuts. Tiger. What?
Tiger Woods.
There you go. Tiger Woods of sex dolls. The Tiger Woods selection of sex dolls. There it is. Wow, that was a hard one to get to. I'm gonna have to cut this whole episode out.
Cut.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get restarted. Ready?
All right, we're gonna start back at 1. Reset everything.
Reset. Sorry, Red or Rainbow. You're gonna have to go ahead and re-ask those questions.
But yeah, I found that I was scrolling through my timeline. I found this article and I said that can't be real, and it's some dude overseas, and so I sent it to Maddox. I said, dude, you got to read this. The most hilarious thing I've ever seen. And I read the whole article, and at the end of it, there was a lady who married her rug. And she said it makes her feel comfortable at night when she holds it. And the funny thing to me is she named the rug Matt. That was a flipping hilarious.
Wait. This is a woman marrying the sex doll?
No. A woman married her rug, but this dude married a sex doll. And he said that she feels uncomfortable now ever since she had her plastic surgery, which I thought was hilarious because she's plastic. So, but I'm telling you, all this is in this article. I started laughing when I heard this. I say, and then she's like, she liked what is she like Turkish food? What is she? What kind of food she like, Maddox? I can't remember. Was it Turkish food or something?
Something foreign. It was some type of Turkish or Scandinavian type food or whatever.
Yeah, it was her favorite food.
She's classy, huh?
She is.
Dang. See,
just hose her down.
Hose her down, flip her over. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so what happened with your WAP episode?
Well, it's called Warm Apple Pie.
Oh, okay.
So just letting everybody know.
That's a reference to the 90s and 2000s American Pie movies.
No, actually, it was I was talking to Maddox about this. I watched the video from Cardi B, and
yeah,
I was like, man, we have to talk about this video because I didn't. It was Ben Shapiro who wanted me. That's the reason why. I don't know why he's so popular, but
he's so dry. It's so dry.
That's why he likes DAP and not WAP. He likes DOP. Sorry. See, I've been trying to use that joke. As of right now, that joke is now it's dead. It's in the bottom of the sea.
He killed it on the Rooster Breath show. Things that you come to the Rooster Breath show to die.
Well, I said, and
this is the true crime, the true crime podcast. Rooster Breath show. Unsolved mysteries. Yeah.
So I tried the same joke on my wife, and she said, "I think it's your delivery." And I said, "Well, it's not DiGiorno." She walked away like she said, "No."
I can't imagine.
She said, "That's
why
nobody got DOP. That's why nobody got DOP." That's what she said.
Just walk on by.
Just walk away.
Yeah.
But so I literally went and took a Little Kim song, and I read it almost exactly how he was reading the lyrics to WAP. And he honestly sounded like Ben Stein from I don't know if you remember him. He was like
Bueller.
Yes.
Bueller.
That's he and we were discussing
dry eyes, get the red eye, and get the pink eye, and then get the butt eye. And then you can get them from Amazon for $3 and a bag of dicks.
Balls are sold separately.
Balls are sold separately.
Balls filled with cream.
So we were just talking about it, and it was so funny. And Maddox said, I only listened about 10 minutes of the song, and I had to turn it off. no, like what 10 seconds?
It was like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
If you listen to 10 minutes, you listen to that song 3 times.
Yeah, I was like thinking of something else. But it was funny because I saw the video and I heard this, and I don't see anything wrong with the song. I don't. It's just she's just saying what she wants,
Yeah.
So,
I've never been a good Cardi B fan. I think that there's a Maroon 5 song that came out and had Cardi B put into it, and then like they injected Cardi B into this song, and then it was a really good song. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Memories or something like that. And once Cardi B,
is that considered an irony?
Yeah,
if you can't remember what it is, but I think it's called Memories.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it irony?
It's like my pull-out couch. I still got my wife pregnant.
Dang.
I put that meme on there. Matter of fact, I had a meme like that. It said, will it still be called a pull-out couch if she got pregnant?
Yeah, I didn't. It didn't work. Is all I'm saying.
False advertisement.
I was going to say something, but I stopped. I'm going to let you. I was going to say.
But so when Cardi B was injected into that song, it just the whole song had a good melody, and then Cardi B's like, I was a badass stripper, and it killed the song. It just dead to rights. No longer a necessity.
Poor Maroon 5.
I think he's doing fine. He still has money.
Hey, don't be tripping on finesse.
Okay.
That was a spit take, by the way.
Yeah,
spit take. Take 2.
Or hitting that reboot.
And my wife said I don't have delivery. There it is. That was a perfect timing.
Yeah, just not on the jokes or the pizza.
Oh, shots fired.
Damn. Yeah. WAP. And then so when you guys talk about paranormal activities that actually happen in your life, like you actually recall like things happening, like the ghost pushed you down the stairs, dragged you down in the basement type stuff?
Well, talk about ghosts. You know how to get rid of ghosts?
No. Call the Ghostbusters?
No. What you want to do is you want to look at your butthole in a mirror, and they come in. They want to go every time. No, we can't stay here. We don't know what he's doing in that mirror, but
you ever see that movie called Waiting? With the young Reynolds? Yes, when they got the Batwing and the goat.
I try to rewatch that movie, and that is a movie that does not hold its weight.
No,
it does. I try to watch it, and it's not as funny as it was the first time I've seen it.
See, I haven't seen it since it came out.
Okay, find it and try to rewatch it. I'm telling you, it's like, but yeah, we actually, like Maddox told, except for the very last story on the ghost story episode, he actually heard that. But prior to that, everything was actually true paranormal experience that happened in our life, and we thought it would be a great Halloween episode. And oddly enough, Maddox, you go ahead and tell this one because you always love telling this side of the story. But go ahead. What happened while we was recording this episode?
This was super hilarious. We was in the middle of the recording session, and somebody had drove up past the window and stopped at the stop sign and decided to do a burnout. Well, that squealing of the tire sounded so weird and scary. It wasn't no ordinary burnout. It was like very scary sounding. And
it sounded like a banshee. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. And it got picked up on the microphone. It picked it up. And I was like, dude, I wonder if we caught that. And I stopped the recording and I played it through, and sure enough, it caught it. I was like, dude, this is perfect. We're going to take this sound and we're going to put it into the episode. So that sound you hear is genuinely real. That's actually a car being doing a burnout at a stop sign. It just sounds spooky.
Wow. So you basically have the screeches and screams of the undead just kind of lingering, but it was a burnout. That's cool.
The timing couldn't have been perfect because the sun was going down. I think we recorded, this is our episode or whatever. It was just quiet. It was just so quiet, and we were saying, okay, we're going to tell this and this, and the timing of it couldn't have been perfect. It's like, what the hell was that? So it was actually kind of funny.
Heck yeah, that's cool, man. Well, as you guys said earlier, people can find you guys on Twitter, twitter.com/talking_shiz. Red or Rainbow, we want to thank you for hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun. CJ, Maddox, you guys were amazing. I really appreciate this. This show will come out on Wednesday, so I will make sure that I send you guys a little link. If you guys did record it, if you guys want to send it, that's fine. If not, that's fine as well. I'm going to go ahead and close out the show. If you guys have anything else you want to say.
We appreciate you guys inviting us and having the chance to be on your show. It's an honor, and thank you. We can't express it enough.
Yeah, and thank you. I'm right there with you. It's awesome. This is probably like our third or fourth interview with another podcast ever since that we hit our 1 year mark. It's really amazing. The support is out there. We're grateful. Thank you so much for having us on your show.
Absolutely. Have you guys just hang out for 1 second?
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom.